Hello and welcome to my summer watch guide. Now, of course, I will be mainly showcasing my own watches and what I would deem as summer watches. I have this thing where, like clothes, you know, where you have a nice jacket or a scarf or nice shorts maybe, or a nice top, where you wear different outfits, different accessories for different seasons. I live in the United Kingdom. We do have seasons, and we're blessed that sometimes in one day we'll have all 4 seasons, which is remarkable. So as much as I have watches that I would wear in the autumn, like browns and maybe even watches with leaves and autumnal scenes on, or bronzes for autumn, and then moving into winter, I like to warm it up with some gold, or even cool it off with a white kind of snowy watch. I also like to wear watches in the spring and summer, and so this video is dedicated to some of the watches that I would put in my summer category. Now, I know we're in September and summer's almost over, nights are getting shorter and things, but I thought I'd just showcase a few of the watches that I would be wearing on a frequent basis over the summer. Now, my go-to for the summer watches is, of course, dive watches. I'm wearing one right now. It is my Doxa Sub 200. Orange is my favorite color, so of course anything with orange I'm going to gravitate towards. I really like this watch. I think it is nice and bright for the summer. I can't really see myself wearing it over the winter months, maybe a little bit into autumn, because you've got the Halloween pumpkin vibe and things. So that's my Doxa Sub 200. Another dive watch that I will wear over the summer is my Zodiac Super Seawolf in this sort of seafoam green. For me, this is kind of like spring, almost summer. I really like the contrasts. I love how the rubber strap matches the dial. I like obviously there's a bit of orange there on the minute hand too. It's just a really lovely, fantastic watch, and that's the beauty about these steel dive watches on the rubber straps, is they're so good and versatile for summer wear and light as well, rather than the metal bracelet ones. Keeping with the summer dive watch theme, I do have, yes, another orange dive watch, but this one I picked up many years ago. We're talking probably over a decade ago, and that's my Seiko Monster 1st Gen. Absolutely love this one. It's still going strong. It can be heavy with the bracelet, of course. I picked up this strap, which is a bit darker than the dial, but it still works. And yeah, lovely watch. I've used this and beaten this around so many times, but no issues. So that's my other sort of dive watch. I suppose I should really put them like so. Then I have a watch again that I picked up probably a decade ago, and this is my Night watch. I think they're based in the UK. This is my only 300-meter water resistant watch. I know, I'm slacking, right? I'm slacking. It's very thick, probably one of my thickest watches. The bezel is very loud, and it's got a little bit of back play maybe. But the beauty about this watch is it has tritium gas tubes for the hands and the indices. So that means it doesn't need to be charged, you know, through the sunlight. Those tubes are always emitting light, and it is actually my brightest watch at night, and it stays that bright throughout the evening. I did have a integrated rubber strap that came with it, but they're just terrible. So I picked up this one, and I think this is a whopper. This is like a 22mm strap, same as on the Casio Duro, which will you know, feature very soon. But yeah, this, although the dial is an orange, it's a very light orange, so I think the yellow goes well. I never really had a yellow sort of strapped watch before. Speaking of which, here is the Casio Duro. Is it a summer watch? I don't know. I think it's a summer watch for me because I put a rubber strap on it. But because it's blue, it's definitely more summery than the black. This is more winter and spring kind of dive watch rather than a summer one. You know, it doesn't have those sort of bright colours as we've just seen. So that's the Casio Duro. Quite a big watch. Again, 22mm lug width, quartz. I haven't mentioned the movements, have I, at all? But yeah, so you've got a quartz Casio, you've got a quartz Night, you've got a automatic Zodiac, automatic Seiko, and the automatic Doxa. The Doxa is a bit awkward because it's got this integrated band, and the band is the thinnest out of all these. These are all like 20, 20, 22, 22. This is 19. Yeah, it's. I will have a video coming up comparing the Doxa fully to the Zodiac, and be able to tell you why I prefer the Zodiac. In terms of dive watches, that's kind of it. For the summer dive watches at least. I mean, I guess I could throw in the Apple Watch Ultra right here as a dive watch. It's not really a dive watch, but you know what I mean. It's you know, you can go diving with it as a computer. It will show you your depth, it will show you your temperature of the water. It is only 100 meters water resistant, but I've never had any issues whatsoever with it, using it in an aquatic environment. But definitely with this strap, it's very summery, you know, with the ocean band strap. So I guess they're my summer dive watches. I would like to pick up a few more. So moving on to dress type watches, I guess, or fun watches. I have Mr. Jones, a perfectly useless afternoon. Absolutely lovely watch. This is the Swiss made sort of £600 version. Lovely 26 jewel movement in there. Automatic, but also you can wind it. I've chosen the yellow strap. I think the yellow just works so well with this watch. You can of course use the steel bracelet. And that brings me on to my other summer watch. I do have an orange strap for this, but I think in hindsight it would go better with the sort of turquoise blue strap. But I just wanted to give you a contrast between if you wanted to wear it kind of evening rather than sort of daytime. But this is the Mara Adesso watch, again by Mr. Jones. So they're two very fun summer watches, both automatic, got the Swiss movements in there, and made in London, England. So there's those two. Another watch which kind of is I say probably more dressy than those two is my Citizen Soyosa. Absolutely love this watch. It's a bit well, not blingy, but it's very kind of 70s with this integrated bracelet. Looks very similar to a PRX. I was blown away by how good this was for the money. I think I was able to pick this up for about 200 in the end. You know, you've got the Miyota movement on the back. It is only water resistant 50 meters, so yeah, well, all these two are 50 meters as well. So, you know, whether you can put them in like a summer watch collection, possibly, but you know, that's why I've got the dive watches as well. If a wet situation arises. But yeah, very nice. Citizen has spurred me on to picking up more from Citizen. This is actually my first ever Citizen I purchased. So very nice summery watch, especially in that yellow. You can't go wrong with the yellow or the sort of turquoisey blue, should I call it, or even the Fume dial with the light blue and dark blue gradients. The next category I want to talk about is just with some fun Casios. Now these are just cheap, fun colours. You don't have to worry too much about them. They'll do the job. You also don't have to worry about sun cream going on them, like with the sort of typical Casios with black straps and things, and that is two Casio F91s. I would like to pick up the yellow one at some point. It's like a mustard yellow. The blue is probably the brightest, well, the blue and the pink, if you were to get the pink. But these are just nice, fun watches, and they can really complement your outfit. But yeah, very summery, both of these. If you wanted to, I say, class it up a little bit, I wouldn't necessarily go for the gold. That's more of a warmer colour. That's more of a autumn-winter colour. But you can still opt to get something in silver, which has the same water resistance, but has the steel band. It still has a plastic case, has the same functions, but the light is way better. So again, maybe you wanted to wear this on like a more sort of evening formal occasions rather than, I say, at the beach or something. So they're the three summer picks for cheap Casios I'd go for. And then the final three picks I have is of course my G-Shocks. Now, if this doesn't scream summer, I don't know what does. This is my G-Shock 2100, solar powered and Bluetooth to your phone. It receives automatically at various points in the day. Don't have to worry about battery life. It's a lovely colour of yellow. They also do one in a red, but that's not solar or Bluetooth, so it depends if you like those functions. They now have released some of these 2100s with metal cases, but still rubber straps with a number of different colours that are solar and Bluetooth. But you're talking about a bump in price, so it's whether you want that more sort of classy look with a metal case. But this is a very, very good option for summer. Hope they bring one out in orange. And then if you wanted to class it up a bit, you can't really go wrong with a full metal G-Shock Square. Now this is a big upgrade in price. It is all full metal. It is heavy. You know, it's like 160 grams or so. So you will definitely notice it. You will feel it. But again, it's going to go very well with some summer clothes. I picked this one over the 50th edition Casio, just because this would be my choice over the standard metal G-Shock Square, because this has a bit more bling. It's got that lovely blue and the gold, but I still think you're getting some summer vibes with the blue, but not everybody has this or would be willing to spend the extra money on getting this edition. So there you go. That is my summer watch collection, watches that I mainly wear during the summer. Sometimes I will wear a white G-Shock Square though. I think white in summer can look very, very decent, and I'd like to get a couple more white watches. Don't get me wrong, I love all these watches, but it still wouldn't stop me from wearing like a G-Shock Square in the gym or something over the watches you see before you. What do you guys think? Do you have specific watches in your watch collection that you wear during different seasons? Or are you lucky or unlucky to live in certain places on this planet where they only really have one season, where it's, you know, like hot all year round? Or conversely, if you're high up in the northern hemisphere where it's very dark all the time, or it snows a lot, do you have specific watches there? Do you have a specific set of watches there? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be good to hear from you. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.